Hello, in this video, we're going to see how Restructured can be helpful when processing large sets of legal documents. I'm going to process a number of legal contracts to better understand the details of each contract, identify outliers, and provide an independent legal assessment in a fraction of time that it would take me to review each contract individually. To start, I'm going to move over a number of contracts into this project and name my project as legal demo legal contracts. And I can create this project to begin the analysis. What Restructured will do will process and parse individual contracts that are in PDF format for best user experience. Now, once the processing of the documents are done, I'm going to perform a complex analysis, and that is I want Restructure to analyze the contracts to understand their key provisions. These are obligations, right, termination clauses, renewal terms, and financial terms. And we can add as many different clauses here as we wish. So once I start this complex task, Restructure will generate a plan, and we start extracting properties that are important in performing this analysis. And then after that, it will summarize each property and give me a summarized response. The system will automatically populate the data that is being extracted as extractions are being performed, so you can in real time monitor the progress of the platform. You can look at obligations. You will see that we're extracting rights. Next, we have renewal terms, so on and so forth. Once the extractions are completed, the system generates a summary of all the extracted information, and now we are in a good spot to start communicating or chatting with data that we have. And I'm going to start by asking, some general questions. So, are there any unusual termination clauses that I should pay attention to? And the system will look at all the available abstractions from these files and give me some of the unusual termination clauses and why. So here we can see we have 5 contracts that is kind of unusual. There's a change of control within 6 months, entitling them to a termination payment of 750. So here you can highlight and quickly analyze or narrow down your focus on some of these contracts. Additionally to these automatically generated properties, you can extract properties manually from these documents. And as an example, I would like to have a contract type defined. So I will extract that. And I would like to have a list of parties involved, and I would extract that as well. And the extractions will happen and the data will be populated. The contract type and parties involved, now we can do further analysis on the data. For example, I want to see agreements that can be automatically renewed with or without conditions. So I can run this prompt. The system will understand that I'm looking for a filter, and we'll add a filter narrowing down the list into the 6 contracts that have renewal clauses. Now, you can further dive into each individual data point to better understand the full details of the obligation, rights, and termination. And given this is an important legal case, we have reasoning with direct link to sources that you can verify for each of these extractions. With this framework set, I'm going to remove this filter, and I am going to add additional legal contracts. So I'm going to bring in additional 20 or so or 32 legal contracts here by just dragging and dropping these files into the platform. And the platform is going to automatically run all the steps that I have done so far. All of these documents are going to import them. We are going to parse those contracts, as well as extract all these properties that you have defined both automatically and manually from those files in one go. You can see these documents are getting parsed and analyzed without me having to do any additional work. Right. So with all the extractions completed automatically by dragging and dropping the files, I'm going to run the same sort of prompt again so that I can see that, hey, we have now 33 agreements that can be automatically renewed without condition. And let's say what I want to do is that I want to create a table, a summary of renewal conditions for a contract with the contract name so I can transfer that table into my analysis of all the 50 or so contracts that are available. So when I have filtered my knowledge base into the area that I care about, my prompts then are going to focus their attention into the filtered subset so you can ask questions that are specific to that subset. And the response here is that I am getting contract name, renewal conditions as a table. And once that is completed, then I can copy this table or download it and add it to external files. In summary, we're able to use Restructured to process a large number of legal contracts by extracting important insights from these contracts and identifying outliers and patterns. We're also able to generate content that could be used in putting together independent legal assessment in a very quick and reproducible fashion. Thank you very much for your time.